This is going to be kind of a continuation from my video yesterday, albums that don't get much love. This is going to be 10 more underrated albums. Come in to see what I'm talking about. Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hoping a great morning this morning. It is Saturday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Cheers, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I want to kind of continue albums that don't get much love in the BC. I did my video yesterday based on Lionel Richie's video on albums that don't get much love. Had great response from it. Thank you, and also thank you for Vinyl Richie too. I think he started it off. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just adding to someone else that already had done that. But I had my CDs planned to do or continuation on. I'm at the M's. I'll probably start that again the first of the week, as I have something else planned for tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to show you 10 underrated albums that you may know, you may not know. You probably know this one, and God love my mom. It's my birthday next week. Gave me a gift certificate. She doesn't have to. I keep on telling her no. But I saw this one and I had to pick it up. I've seen this one in the wild all the time. But this is the 40th anniversary of this amazing album, Buckingham Nicks. The only album that Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks put out together before they joined Fleetwood Mac. Stevie Nicks didn't like this cover very much. She wasn't comfortable with being naked on the cover. Kept the hype sticker on here. The legendary debut studio album from Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, available for the first time in over 40 years, newly remastered from analog tapes on baby blue vinyl, and it is gorgeous. Nice poly sleeves on the Rhino label. And there's the baby blue vinyl label. I wasn't sure what to expect when I originally picked this up. First off, the guitar playing from Lindsey Buckingham is amazing. He is a underrated guitarist. Fantastic stuff. I only had one listen, basically side one so far. But the album was originally released in 1973 in September. So this was again reissued September 19th, just yesterday. Again, Buckingham's guitar playing is fantastic. Plus, you've got amazing vocals from both Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. Each of their songs kind of equal on the album. They're great when they sing solo, but their magic is when they join and harmonize together. I'm really looking forward to spinning this one again and really enjoying it. You can tell how they brought their sound into Fleetwood Mac and made it a huge band. Not that they weren't big to begin with, but that extra punch of Lindsey Buckingham's playing and singing and writing and Stevie Nicks' unique vocal style really made the band huge. You got some standout tracks on here so far. Crying in the Night, Stephanie, Frozen Love. I'm wonderful. I'm glad I have it in my collection now, for sure. Glad it's a clean copy as well, because the ones you see in the wild are usually beat the heck and not that great. But this is a fantastic find. You may or may not know the band Moxy, the great Canadian hard rock band from Toronto, formed in '73. They were big in the States when they made their appearance, and they backed up AC/DC in 1977. Everyone talks about their debut album, the Black Album, in 1975, featuring Tommy Bolin as a guest musician. And their second album, Moxy 2, the Red album, both awesome albums. I have them in my collection. This is their third, Riding High. This is really good, really good. It was nominated for a Juno Award in '77 for Most Promising Group of the Year. Junos are kind of our Grammy Awards. You got a couple of big hit singles, which were big in Texas for some strange reason. Are You Ready and Riding High, the title track. The album was too hard and heavy for Canadian radio at the time, believe it or not. The only track that radio played in Canada was a kind of a slower paced song, Another Time, Another Place. Although it did do well in Canada and the southern U.S., again, because of the strong live backups of AC/DC and another Canadian band, Trooper. But this is on the Polydor label. If you don't know Moxy, definitely check these guys out, especially their first 3 albums. Amazing stuff. Another great band from Canada, and their debut album, Harlequin. This is Victim of Song in 1979. Formed in 1975 in Winnipeg. They had big hit singles, Innocence, Thinking of You, Superstitious Feeling, I Did It for Love. This is a strong debut album, completely heavier than their bigger albums later on, which are more radio-friendly albums. Even though they were great, this is a heavier album. Great solos on this one, some great riffs on this one. Earned a gold record. If you don't know Harlequin, another great band to check out. Canada has so many underrated bands. It's unbelievable. And unfortunately, they don't get much love, which I've learned the hard way, but this is a great album. I'm not going to say much about the title of this one, but the title of the album might say it on its own. Just the way things are happening these days. But it's not a political album in any way. This is by Howler. Their debut album, indie rock, surf rock, garage rock band from Minneapolis, Minnesota, of all places. You got Jordan Gates Smith on lead guitar and vocals. Great guitarist, by the way. Ian Nygaard on guitar. Taya Trijola on bass. And Hiram Sylvana on drums. Really teenagers when they started this band. But this is a 2012 release. Again, a great bunch of garage rock songs that are heavily influenced by bands like The Strokes. Awesome guitar work on this one. Some great hooks in their songs. I Told You Once is great. This one's Different is great. Just a couple of highlights from the album. I think this one is on... No, it's not. I thought it was on clear vinyl, but it's just on great black vinyl. But a really good album. They didn't put out that many albums. They didn't last long, but awesome stuff. This was a Record Store Day release, and sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a great live album. This is Steve Earle's Alone Again live. This one is on, this one's on clear vinyl. Okay. If you don't know Steve Earle, which you probably do, big hit Copperhead Road. It's a 2023 live album with pretty much all his greatest hits, but played acoustically. Copperhead Road, Galway Girl, Guitar Town. 15 great tracks on this one. I love how he tells the story pretty much of each song that he's going to sing. And the crowd, he interacts with the crowd really great. A lot of concerts you go to, the band doesn't really interact with the crowd. He really does that. You've got The Devil's Right Hand, My Old Friend, The Blues, Someday, Guitar Town, I Ain't Never Satisfied, Now She's Gone, Goodbye, Sparkle and Shine, South Nashville Blues, CCKMP, Transcendental Blues, It's About Blood, Dominique Street, The Galway Girl, and Copperhead Road. Love that photo at the back. Great live album. Just pretty much him and his guitar, which is a big thing to do for sure. This was a record store day release. This next one, I've shown it. Didn't see a lot of people show it. I saw Vinyl Richie showing this one, and maybe a few others. But Eden's Children, great Boston power trio that was formed in '68. All very good players. You got Larry Kelly, the bass player, Jimmy Sturman, the drummer. Main singer-songwriter, guitarist was Richard Shamak. Great guitar player. Kind of an Alvin Lee from 10 Years After player. This one is a really good album. Some great fuzz guitar on here. It's on cool green vinyl. Big bass runs. Wild drumming. The guitar playing is hard and fast. It's a great album. It's so good. I think I'm going to spin this one again today. Great find. Glad they had this out. Awesome stuff. This one may surprise you, but I really like this album. This is Deborah Harry and Cuckoo. Of course, Deborah Harry from Blondie. This is when she was on a break from Blondie. This is a good album. It's really good. Released in '81. A decent commercial success of an album. I think people were expecting Blondie when this came out, but it's got similarities, but it's different. It's more of a new wave album. Her vocals are fantastic. Some great funky sounds in this one. Compared to Blondie's more retro disco sound. Backfired is a great single. The Jam Was Moving is some great awesome drive to it. Now I Know You Know. It's a darker ballad. Really highlights her singing range. Inner City Spillover is a really good track as well. Definitely an underrated album. If you love Blondie, I think you'll probably love Cuckoo as well. It's awesome stuff. It's a cool front cover as well. I picked this one up digging in Kingston one day. And the cover intrigued me, of course, and I'm really glad I found it. This is Krabby Appleton. Great band from LA, fronted by Michael Finley. They did have a top 40 hit go back. They only put out 2 albums. I've got their other album, Rotten to the Core, 1971. Not quite as good as this one, but still decent. This is on the Elektra label. You got psychedelic rock, power pop, some folk elements to this one. Great harmonies, great melodies as well. Good solid rock album with psychedelic feels to it. Hard driving guitar riffs. Really great tracks like that. The hit Go Back and Piece by Piece on this one. A great find. Really good band. If you don't know Krabby Appleton. And if you can find this one, I've seen this out in the wild quite a bit. But great stuff. Another great band. Hard rock, psychedelic rock, blues rock, acid rock from San Francisco. You got Blue Cheer, one of the earlier pioneers of heavy metal. This is their 4th album, released in 1969. Not as heavy as their previous albums, apparently. I don't have any other albums, only this one here. But it rocks with a strong, steady roll to it. Blues-based album with swagger, basically. An amazing album. It's a great listen. Yeah, you got Dickie Peterson on bass and lead vocals, Bruce Stevens on guitar, lead vocals, and backup vocals, Ralph Burns Kellogg on keyboards, Norman Mayall on drums and percussion on here. There's the back cover. I don't know why bands back in the day thought it would be cool to go shirtless in their photos. I don't understand that. But just you can just tell these guys are great just by their cover. But this is a really good album. Fool's great. You're gonna need someone. Hello LA, Bye Bye Birmingham, Saturday Freedom, Ain't That the Way Love's Supposed to Be, Rock and Roll Queens, Better When We Try, Natural Man, Lovin' You's Easy, The Same Old Story. Awesome album. And finally, formed in 1987 by Stuart Copeland, ex-drummer from the Police. This is Animal Logic. You also have Stanley Clarke on here playing bass, and Debbie Holland, an amazing singer, songwriter, vocalist. Really good funky based pop album. It also has Michael Thompson as a session guitarist on this one. I really like this album. It's a great find. It was surprising to find at the cover again. Covers get me all the time, but I figure it's got to be something. And then you look at the back, and there's Stuart Copeland there. Stanley Clarke, I've heard of before for sure. Deborah Holland I wasn't familiar with, but once you put on the album, it's amazing. There's a Spy in the House of Love, Someday We'll Understand. Winds of Santa Ana, I'm Through with Love, As Soon as the Sun Goes Down, I'll Feel for You, Elijah, Firing Up the Sunset Gun, Someone to Come Home To, I'm Sorry Baby, I Want You in My Life. Another short-lived band. I think they only put out a couple of albums. It's unfortunate that these great bands appear and then they only put out a couple of albums. But I'm happy to find this one as well. So there you have it, guys. There's 10 underrated albums in my collection. Let me know in the comments your underrated albums. And if you know these albums, let me know. If you don't know them, please check them out for sure. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.